My England of Long Ago is a song which came out of the idea that I feel very jealous about the Welsh and the Scots and the Irish, who have a wonderfully clear identity, a very good idea of themselves and a good image. And for English, we're a little bit wishy-washy and lost, and it's not clear exactly who we are or what we're doing. And if it's not that, it's thinking back over history and being falsely proud about our past and how great we were, and not thinking about the future really. And so it's a combination of those ideas which led to the song. And it's a song which isn't nationalist, it isn't proud, I hope. And it's more of a love song for my country. But it could equally be your country, and it could be England, or it could be Wales, or it could be Scotland, or it could be France, or it could be Australia. The words are about England because I'm English. Snow Upon the Sea is perhaps the most traditional in form of the songs on the album, Latecomer. And it's the old story about boy meets girl, man meets woman, in the country, through the seasons, things that happen, and that maybe some things are too fragile to last. And it seemed an age-old story, an eternal truth, and that's why the form is an old traditional form.
Dare to stop and breathe and start to speak their love aloud.
In Paris is a song about boy meets girl, but in this occasion it's an English boy meets a French girl in that most romantic of cities. And it includes all of the things that I love about Paris, the smells, the sights, the sounds. It's also the fact that my wife isn't French, but nobody's told her that she isn't French, and she loves everything French. And in the song it talks about a brown-haired French girl and a boy, an English boy from Oxford. I didn't go to Oxford either. But those two things apart, it could be how we might have met if things had been different.
Graceful woman of France.
Racing for the Trees is perhaps the most nostalgic song, but it's also looking forward, I hope. It's talking about memories of how I can remember being a child before school, and the freedom that was there, and the long days. Summers never seem to end. And there were always things to do and exciting places to go, activities to be involved in, dreams to have. Your imagination could run wild, and the world was in your backyard. And then suddenly, as a shock, when you hit 5, there's this thing called school, and suddenly all of your dreams and your imagination and the world is shoehorned into a small building and a timetable. And it's about the regret of that. But it's also about the hope that later on in life you can put that behind you, and you get a chance for freedom again, for using your imagination, and I suppose a second childhood comes in. The song Last Waltz stems from meeting old people and coming to the realization that we see them as old people, and they haven't always been old, and they've had another life before they became old. And talking to people who did many wonderful things when they were young. They've flown planes in their youth, they've raced motorcycles, and yet we still see them as an old person in their bonnet, in their tweed coat buttoned up, and living in a nursing home or a rest home. And this is imagining a rest home and a resident of the rest home who has another life, and nobody would know that, but she's had a wonderful life and a great romantic life. And this is a story about her reliving that in one way or another. Go to Sleep, My Child is a lullaby for my grown-up children. Every parent knows that their children will always be children, however big they are and however adult they are. And it's true to say that you can see the adult in the child and the child in the adult. And however big, however old, however capable, however far away they live from you, they're still your children, and there will always be that feeling that they are children. And so it's thinking of all the times that the children need you as they go through life, and wishing you could put it right, and hoping they go to sleep, and sleep well, and the dreams of any parent.
Torn out spirit from the pain you've had, but you are still my child.